Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the Rove continues with the Sardinia official bush trip tour, leg 3 from, well, it's Costa Smeralda Airport to Tortoli. Sounds like a pasta, let's go! Alright, it's time to get out of here, so let's get out of here. Let's go. We want 134 degrees on takeoff. Oh, this little nippy plane. Look how cute it is. And I always forget to take off. It gets to speed very quickly. Alright, 134 for 449. Where are we going? San Teodoro. In the air, fly southeast over rolling coastal plains, roughly paralleling motorway SS-131 to the coastal town of San Teodoro. Famous for its white sand beaches and shallow turquoise water. We had white sand beaches and shallow turquoise waters yesterday. What the hell is going on here? Just copying and pasting. Bruh. $134. My god, the trimming. The trimming, bro. Come on, plane. Get with the program. Get over these hills and far away. I already checked. We've pretty much used up all of the right wing fuel, so we'll just stay with the default left wing for now. Hopefully it'll get us to the end of the bush trip tomorrow. We shall see. I always like not having to refuel. Because, yeah, there's no immersion way of doing it. You're always just pressing a button and magically refueling. I'd be perfectly okay if we had to refuel as part of the bush trip by finding a fuel pump and everything, but when you land, the bush trip ends, and when you start the bush trip, you're already on the runway, so you're not going to get off the runway, go find some fuel, get back again, even if it's possible. A lot of things are disabled during the official bush trip, so it's quite possible you can't even fuel up that way, and the only way is to press the refuel button. But my immersion. Alright, let's see. Ah yes, there's San Teodoro on the map. Just past a big beach, yes, yes. On Google Maps it does look like turquoise waters. We might get what we were promised for once. Perhaps. We'll see how the algorithm deals with it. I'll see how the algorithm does it. Oh, we're very heavy on the left now, because that's where all the fuel is. That's where it all is. That's where it went. Big lagoon there. I can't see that on the map at all. That's actually the beach I was referring to as being a nice white sand beach. Completely different thing here in the game. Dude. Oh yeah, San Teodoro should be this, I guess there might be, it's just, looks like it's some weird photography on Google Maps here. I might be zoomed out too much or something. I guess it might be a lagoon there. San Teodoro, is this town just to the right of my propeller right now? Oh, look at that. That's a nice shot. That'll do for the thumbnail. Thumbnail time. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, and then we get back in the cockpit because the plane's gonna fly off if not. If not, it's got a mind of its own, as we know. Alright, well we've done our 449 just now, but I'm going to give it another little bit because of the lack of speed on takeoff. And this is San Teodoro below us, according to the Jugles. Alright, there we go. That should do it. That'll do. 172 for 531. And we are going to Siniscola. From San Teodoro, fly due south following a motorway SS131 to the town of Siniscola. Excellent. Where is 131? Actually quite a bit inland from where we are. Through that valley over there. We ain't following shit. We're just gonna go our own way. We're not gonna follow some road. What you talking about, following roads? Landmarks. Points of interest. That's crazy talk. So much deja vu right now. I feel like we've been, I mean, I guess there's probably a few places on Earth that look quite similar where with the mountains and the beach. Feels a lot like North Queensland a bit when we were doing that bush trip. Dude, bunch of mountains, the sea, towns, trees. Bro, they're reusing textures on Earth. They're just copying and paste. We found it. We found the copy and paste. We're living in a simulation. It's confirmed. Of course, we flew through Sardinia, you know, I don't know, 200 days ago? A while ago, anyway. I think, didn't I sort of go to... I probably arrived about here. Because I came from the Italian mainland and I thought I'd rather... No, we went through Corsica. We went through Corsica and I think we basically went down the middle. So now we're basically doing the edges. But don't quote me on that because I don't remember particularly much. We've done 3 minutes. I can see Siniscola on the map. It's, I would say, actually past this, yeah, we're flying over a bit of a mountain range right now. Then there's another one, then there's Siniscola. Which is, of course, named after the famous drink, Siniscola. Fun fact, not actually a cola drink. None of that is true. Well, it might be. It could very well be, but I'm just making shit up, as you can probably tell. If they haven't got a drink called Siniscola, they should. It's a cool name. Ah, give me that refreshing Siniscola. Maybe it sounds a bit like the drink they have in hell. Oh, I don't take it all back. Just name a wine after it and we'll be done with it. I think that's Siniscola down there. Little town. Little village. Please tell me they have wine fields. Please. Vineyards. Wine fields. Vineyards. What? Wine fields, vin fields, vineyards. All right, we've done 5:20 or 5:30, so we're actually getting there basically on time today. That's a bit weird. Normally we arrive sort of 20 seconds early. What's going on? We must have a wind or something. It does feel like we're in a headwind, I have to say. It does feel like we're going a bit slow. Anyway, that time's up. Time to go 22.5 or 225. But 10 minutes 27. Is there really only nothing to see along this thing? 10:27 to New Oro. Head southwest from Siniscola, heading inland. Follow motorway SS 131 just to its north, flying over low mountains of the region to the city of New Oro. .225. Come on, 225. Let's go. And that's the highway below us. The one and only SS 131. We're meant to do 225, but I'm just going to head this way, down the middle of the valley, rather than skirting the mountain range. And then we'll find Uro at the end of the highway, hopefully. This highway goes right down this valley. We got down here industrial shit in this valley, huh? Or it's just a big farm, maybe. What you putting factories down in this beautiful valley for? Two minutes done of 10 minutes 30. Brat. Brat slash dude. Not much down here though, in terms of names on my map. There is just up on the hill here to the left, according to Google, Area Archeologica di Jana e Pruna. Some kind of, well, it's got a photo icon, so presumably that's a tourist place or something. Might actually be on top of that hill there. There is a road going along the top of the hill on the left. The mountain, really. Probably not much of a hill, really. More of a mountain. I'm sorry, mountain, for calling you a hill. unless that's what you want to be called. You're a hill, you're a mountain, you can't talk, but alas, we will never know what you want to be referred to as. Alright, 4 minutes done of 10 minutes 27. What a beautiful valley though. And the mountains here and the other valleys. Oh, it's also beautiful. New Oro. Well, it's not on my map yet, but yeah. Just gonna follow the highway. The highway's gonna gradually turn to the left a bit. And by left I mean right, obviously. My other left. Come now, freeway. Come now, highway. Take me to the promised land of New Oro. I wonder if that's how it's said, pronounced. Nuoro. Nuoro? New Oro. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. It's probably not even Italian. It's probably Phoenician or Greek or something. It doesn't really come across to me as a Italian, Latin kind of name, but fuck it, what do I know? What do I know about nothing? Keep following the highway, I guess, for another 4 minutes. Sorry, no commentary. I'm just like looking at these little paths and these little fields and meadows and wondering what the farmers are up to, wondering what people are doing on the freeway right now, looking out for rest stops. I haven't actually seen one, but presumably there's little rest stops where you can get a snack on your long trip across Sardinia here. Can't imagine it's that far from one side to the other, although it is the second largest island in the Mediterranean, they said. So, you know, we've been flying inland for 10 minutes now, and so this leg is 40 kilometers, so there you go. So I don't think we'd be like 80, 100 kilometers across, something like that. That's not that far. Maybe you don't even need rest stops on the highways. Who knows? There's Nuoro on my map. Actually, it's on the other side of that mountain. And the highway, well, actually goes past it before there's any road that gets to it. Let's see. Would it be better? I think it'd actually be better to go around the mountain this way. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I think Noir is actually behind that second mountain there, not the one in front of us, the one after it. Looks like a pretty big city too. Oh no, we've left the safety of the highway that was guiding us to not quite Nuoro. Yeah, that highway goes quite a fair way past Nuoro, and I can't see any roads off it to actually lead to Nuoro. We'd have to come back via... I think it's just a very large city, and it says Nuoro on the map, basically, you know, right on the edge of it, really. Anyway, we've done 9 minutes and 15 seconds, so another minute and a bit, and we should have arrived at it. Oh, I love these mountains. I love that. This has been the Sicily one and this bush trip. Muy macho. Brilliant. Beautiful islands. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, the Apennines one was good too. Italy itself, a beautiful country. Lots of different things to look at. Mountains, rivers, seas, towns. Little towns on hills, big cities. Yes. Yes. Alright, we're about to have done 1027 and we're not quite at Nuoro yet. We would be if I went over the mountain. You know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to go around the mountain. Nostra Signora de Simonte. It's either a town on top of this mountain or the name of the mountain, not sure. As we come round the mountain, the glorious city of Nuoro will present itself. Yeah. And I will sneeze, because I'm allergic to the glorious city of Nuoro. Here we go. Oh, it's actually up higher than I would have thought. There we go. Nuoro. Nuoro, hello. Ah, what a cool place. Up on a hill, up on a plateau, in amongst the mountains. These Italians really do like their sitting on top of things, towns, don't they? They really do. That must be a Roman thing. It's not uncommon in France as well, where there's a bunch of towns up on a hill as high as possible. Whereas everywhere else in the world seems to be down in the valley. That's where we're gonna be. I guess irrigation. Once you have irrigation, you can plonk yourself anywhere. Alright, let's go 146 for 720. Why am I suddenly in a nosedive plane? What are you doing? Nothing has changed. Are we going to Urzule? From Nuoro, head southeast over a series of mountains as high as 4,500 feet. I'll say that. I was going to say 45,000 feet. Above sea level. Then pass over the high Campo Odeo plain to reach the mountain village of Urzule. Another mountain village. Mountain town. Just as I was saying they like their mountain towns. We're going to another one. Does that mean I need to get higher if we're doing 4,600? Don't tell me we're going to a crazy little airport or something. Every bush trip has to have its crazy little mountain runway, doesn't it? Let's gain some height. Let's just very, very slowly though. Let's go -2% trim. And yeah, float up into the air a bit. On our way to Ursula. Yeah, I cannot see Ursula on the map yet, which I wouldn't expect to because it's 7 minutes away. And it's all mountains in front of us, so yeah. Ursula must be beyond the mountains, so let's in fact go to maybe 0 trim and get up above 4500 because I think we're meant to be going past this mountain range. What's this town over here? Solo maybe. Or it could be Mamoyada. I'm not quite, you know, whatever the angles are here. Yeah, I think it must be Mamoyada. Solo is perhaps over this hill here. A bit further away as well. Not sure. Not sure. One of them. One of these towns. Ho ho ho, Solo. Let's see, we've done 3 minutes, but now we're going much slower, so I probably expect 720 to balloon out to maybe 8 minutes once we get high enough here. Come on, plane, let's go. We're at 4,500. We're probably just... Whenever the instructions say something's 4,500 feet or whatever feet it is, it's always higher than that. Yeah, so... I would say we're at 4,800. And I'd say we're only just taller than the mountain in front of us, and the one on the sort of ridge on the left there is actually still higher, so... You're wrong about 4,500 feet, bush trip writer. It's more like 5,000 feet. Are we high enough? Probably. Let's trim back now. Oh, not that. Come on, why? Why does it go so mad like that? I don't need you to go mad. I need you to be calm about your trimming. I press one button and it goes 10,000 notches. And then when you want it to go 10,000 notches, it goes very slowly. You know, all of these algorithms that they write into these things to try and predict what we want to do and what we want, autocorrect for example, get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just let us make the commands that we want to do. Stop trying to predict what we might be wanting to do. Yeah, look, probably 4,800, that peak right there. And that was the lower ridge. Dude, telling me 4,500. You got to be kidding me. No one up here though. No one sitting up in the top of the mountain with looking out over everyone else. So the theory hasn't held precisely. Doesn't look like there's any towns up in this little area. It's just, it's too rugged. It's too rugged. No one can handle it here. Too many mountain goats. Alright, I can see Ursula now. It's actually... They say pass over the high Campu Odio plain. Yeah, I guess that's what we've just done. Reach the mountain village. Looks like this village is quite a big town actually. And it's yeah, just in this, behind these little mountains here. Sort of hidden away, I would say. Just going over that mountain now. Seems to be called Supramonte di Ursule. Bunch of little things below us here. Probably a visitor center or something. Guides around the area maybe. Little lake. And behind this cliff here, the bottom of the thing should be Ursula. Let's have a look. I guess that's it down there. Hidden away in the mountains. A Broline. Little hidden town. That's awesome. How do you even get there? Road that comes out the south here. There's actually a highway up on that ridge to the left over there. But it doesn't lead to Ursula. You can't, there doesn't seem to be any roads that come down this. Oh yeah, maybe there is one. One tiny little road now that I look very carefully. Anyway, we've done our 7 minutes. We've actually done 8 minutes, but we're above Ursula now. So now we want 139 for 6 minutes 3 seconds. On our way to Tortoli. Tortoli. 139. Continue on a southeasterly heading, flying over the Primiera River, verdant forest, and then coastal plains to land at Tortoli Airport, LIET. It's actually on the sea, so it's at sea level, and it looks like a nice big concrete runway. So they resisted the urge to find a crazy high mountain runway here for us to land on. Maybe there aren't any. Maybe the Sardinians are smart. Maybe they're smart and don't put their runways on the side of mountains like everywhere else does. Start a very gradual descent. Once we're past this mountain in front of us, it's all downhill from there. Have to try and find this airport. Seems to have a bit of a peninsula to its left, and the airport just points straight out to the sea, so is it that peninsula there maybe? I don't know, it's not much of a little, just a little bump out over the sea, and there's another little bump over to the right as well. Not quite sure where that puts us in terms of where this runway is. It's past that lake maybe? So that lake just to the right of it is Tortoli, and it's what, the lagoon there. Can't see the airport on the... Oh, yes I can. It's actually, I can see it on the Google map. I can't see it in the game yet, but it looks to me like it's pretty much facing the direction we are right now. Assuming that is the airport. There is a straight line that goes to a beach that's just next to a peninsula. It's gotta be here somewhere, right? Let's start descending even more. As we try and find this airport. I don't see no runway. Oh, maybe there's a bit of a clearing in the trees up on the beach. I think that must be it. No, that's a river. That's a canal. It's just over to the left there. I thought that might be a runway. I think right here where my nose is pointing right now, that's the runway there. I think, possibly. Can we see it on here? Yes, we can. That is it for sure. For sure, bro. Almost 100% certain that it might be it. Just going to keep going full speed, getting as low as possible, then we'll slow right down. Okay, come over this way towards the hills a bit. I'm going to go right over the town of Tortoli. Onto what? Yeah, and I think that must be the runway. Not as long as I thought it might be. It should be alright. This isn't a giant plane by any stretch of the imagination. Let's just force the issue here and get as low as possible. Low as possible. I'm a bit concerned we're not losing enough height yet. I'll trim back a bit. Try to get to flap range. I think, what was it, 85 is gear range, so we can do that. Yeah, we can't. Let's just go to 15% trim. There we go. Force the issue. Force it. Let's get to 85 knots. There we go. Gear down. I'll slow us down a bit more as well. And we want 70 knots for the flaps. There we go. Get the flaps going. And now we float. And now we float. Look how much we're floating. And yeah, that's definitely the airport. Ah, the Serenity. Alright, I think we can give it a bit of power. There. Got to slow down ages later. Ages later. Never gonna make it to this airport. We're getting further away from it, it feels like. What? Where are you going, plane? The slightest of power down, and it decides it's going to launch into the air. Why? Oh, we'll get there eventually. Patience. Patience. Calm. Serene. Anyway, how about them weather sport things? Well, coming in a bit short, I think. Especially for the fact that the runway doesn't actually start right there. It starts a bit further. Well, you're meant to land a little bit further in. Why has it got big X's on it? That means it's been decommissioned. So we're landing on a runway that doesn't exist anymore. We've had that before with the bush trip. I had to install some runway pack in order to be able to finish the trip. Let's hope that's not the case here. Although they have got us landing at an airport that is closed. Bit early, bit early. Now we're going too far. Now we're going too much power. There we go. Come on, plane. Don't complain. Don't complain. Oh, no. Perfect. Please register. Please. I beg of thee. By the gods old and new. Yes, thank you very much. That was leg 3 of the Sardinia bush trip. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.